Hey everybody, Chris here. In this video, I'm going to be giving you my February price prediction for Dogecoin. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel, hit that little notification bell too. You can be notified when new videos come out, as well as when I do live streams. And we closed out January actually in the green in Dogecoin. I know we had much higher expectations for Doge, and every once in a while Doge looked like it was about to break out, and then something would happen to drive it back down. That's right. Not only did we have that DeepSeek AI total fake out, but then we had the Trump tariffs yesterday. Every time we thought, hey, Dogecoin, we're going to be going, something comes along, brings it back down, and then we get the leverage, of course, and we get the market makers driving prices back down to take out leveraged long trades. So we're going to look at all of that in context and how Dogecoin is going to be trading forward into February. So let me get to the charts and the news, and I'll show you what I'm looking at. We start here looking at the current Dogecoin chart, and we're just over 32 cents. We've had a couple dips. We had overnight selling of Doge and mostly across the crypto board during the Asian trading time. I'll talk about that in just a minute and why that is. Started to have a little relief rally, and then this morning came down even more. I think a lot of this is all about the leverage. We'll talk about that in a minute as well. Bitcoin, after yesterday's drop, is just kind of going sideways. Bitcoin holding sideways, and ETH showing a little weakness after a lot of promise that we had yesterday morning on Friday. So what's going on overall? Well, as we ended January, Dogecoin was in the green. That's right. We ended up 4% for the month of January. But the sentiment was really negative. I think we had higher hopes for Dogecoin in January, and because of those pullbacks, we only ended up 4%, when actually a 4% return is actually pretty good for a month, but we had higher expectations. We're starting off February down about 2%. I think that's going to turn around, and I will show you that in a minute. So what happened? Bitcoin, XRP, Dogecoin pullback on Trump tariff announcement, ETH hanging on, and we'll talk about that. But the tariff announcement yesterday afternoon, that was tough. I posted this chart here at the time, and you would think that this was like some crypto chart, right? Oh, this is the S&P 500. It just fell off the table as there was this Reuters report that the tariffs weren't going to start until March, and then the White House came out and said, nope, it's going to start February 1st. And the stock market tanked and pulled the crypto market down with it. So that was the big thing that happened. We were expecting better, but yes, Bitcoin, even XRP, the fall fast, Trump tariffs, that was pretty tough to see for crypto. It looked like things were really turning around for ETH there. But we had great news too. We had Grayscale launches new Dogecoin trust. We were talking about that. And then they filed again later in the day about how they're going to convert it into a Doge ETF. So that's going to follow Bitwise's ETF as well as Rex Osprey ETFs. So now we're going to have 3 Dogecoin ETFs. They're all in with the SEC now. And we're going to see how long it takes to get those approved. That's not going to help us in February, though. I think that's a longer term thing. So I will keep looking at that. But some of the quotes that came out of this, though, from Grayscale. Grayscale believes Doge has transitioned from a meme coin to a tool for global financial inclusion, grassroots activism, and a reliable means of payment. Due to its widespread accessibility, affordability, and rapid transaction speeds, Doge has garnered significant adoption worldwide. So that is a really strong statement about Dogecoin. And as we talked about on the live stream on Friday, is Dogecoin really transitioning from a meme coin to this real, legitimate crypto project? Of course, Billy Marcus just says LOL. He just thinks the whole thing is hilarious on what he created. But Grayscale, it's betting big on Dogecoin now. Will the institutional demand push Doge price higher? What is going to happen with this institutional investors? Are we going to see some part of of this big buying. We've been seeing it on Bitcoin. We've been seeing it on ETH. Is it also going to be Dogecoin? Will be interesting to see. Again, Grayscale launches this. There's high institutional interest in Dogecoin now, not only because of the Department of Government Efficiency, or Doge, that's getting a lot of eyes on it in just a week and a half of the Trump presidency, but also the Grayscale Trust. Once institutional investors place their capital in Doge, that's Dogecoin, retail investors could be following. Again, that's not going to be February yet, but we could have. Their take is invest now. So I think we're going to start seeing higher bottoms as we go forward because of this news. Again, it's not going to be the immediate pump yet, but the big news is going to help Dogecoin in the shorter term. Meanwhile, a lot of volume of trading. Again, that was really more kind of the sell-offs that we had, and be showing that. As we look at February, though, let's look at ETH first. Look how ETH has traded in the past 6 consecutive Februaries, all in the green. And we started to get a taste of that over the past 2 days where ETH was outperforming Bitcoin. We started to see Bitcoin dominance going down. And it looked like we were going to be trading into a really good weekend for ETH. And then we would maybe then start to see that rotation into alts. But then the tariffs came out and but that's a Dogecoin, right? And we got to live with that. There are these big price predictions out there, Doge to $1, or maybe what if Doge equaled like the market cap of ETH or even the market cap of Bitcoin? What would the respective prices be? I think it's way too soon to be talking about those huge things. That'll be in the future. Demon James Potts, though, he's just like, look, we've had 2 cycles of Doge, 2017, 2021. Looking at the 4-year cycles, 2025, we could still see 2 more pumps, just like we did last cycle, just like we saw the cycle before, and these could be huge numbers. Again, my yearly price prediction was in my video I made a month ago, Dogecoin 2025 price prediction. Go watch that. That is still in play for the year. But you guys want to know what's going on now. Well, again, this is right now, it's being driven a lot by liquidations, as we saw yesterday, and the price coming down. In Bitcoin, we saw these huge leveraged longs being taken out after some shorts were taken out earlier. But you guys want to see the Doge liquidation chart, and that's even more telling because we had this big run up to Doge up to 34 cents, taking out some huge shorts, and then the dump, then taking out longs, more longs overnight in Asian hours, and even this morning, another dip coming down to 32 cents, taking out some more. So that's the market makers and exchanges, like reducing some of their risk on leverage, taking out those. But you guys want to know what's happening with Doge now. So we're going to get to the charts here. And I'll show you what that blue line is there that we're a little bit under as we look at what has happened in the past. So we go back to late 2024, the big dump we had after the December FOMC meeting. That really just changed the whole landscape of how the bull market was transpiring. Since then, we've had 2 good run-ups for Doge, and each time it was beaten down by various news, mostly driven by Bitcoin coming down. We thought going into Trump's inauguration, we would see a bigger green spike coming up, like buy the rumor, sell the news going into the inauguration. Instead, we had that Trump token launch that like sucked all the liquidity out of the memes, including Doge. And so we had these big red candles going down while that Trump token was blasting off. And now it's trailing down. And where is that money going? Where's that money going? A lot of people just holding on. Well, we'll see what happens with that. But what I think is going to happen now going forward, now that we've had this sort of this latest drop in price here, this was the drop we had from that DeepSeek AI dumped the stock market, and we had Doge up here at 35 cents, dumped all the way down to 31, took out a lot of leverage. Here we've got some more shorter term leverage out. Hopefully that's all out of our way now. So going forward, what do I think is going to happen? Well, I think we are going to see a higher bottom. I think that institutional interest, people buying Dogecoin at these prices in preparation for what's going to come with ETFs, is going to help the Doge price. But we're still going to see a lot of up and down action, I think. So I'm expecting we will see, again, it won't be a straight line. It's going to be up and down through this. But I think by a week from now, we're going to be up around 35 cents. And for one reason or another, we're going to see a pump. Now, we don't have another FOMC meeting until March. There's nothing specific that I see on the immediate horizon for Doge, but I do think we're going to start to see some good positive trading up, maybe above 40 cents. And then we're going to see something that's going to drop it, something in the news, going to pull back down, but I don't think it's going to drop as low as 31 cents. We may see a higher floor, maybe back at 35 or so, followed by another run up. So that would kind of mirror what we saw here in January, could be happening in February as well. And maybe by the end of the month, we're sitting somewhere between 40 and 42 cents, somewhere in that range. Still could be on the downtrend again of another drop. Could we revisit 35 cents? Or is it going to be a higher low to start March? So that's what I think is going to be coming for Doge in the coming month. I don't think we're going to be having a huge FOMO spike yet. I don't think that's quite in the cards for February. So let me know in the comments below, what do you guys think about February price prediction for Dogecoin? Give the video a like. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I appreciate the support. We'll see you next time.